The Premier League is back.
You get it?
The Premier League is back. Hello. The Premier League is back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, football is back. And you know what that means? That means there's always going to be something to be excited about, something to banter about for the next 9 to 10 months, including the World Cup. The Premier League is back. I have control of the remote now. The Premier League is back. Let's kick it. So, the Premier League began on Friday with Arsenal opening, the traditional season curtain opener against Crystal Palace. Arsenal ran out 2-0 winners, courtesy of goals from Gabriel Martinelli and an own goal by Maguire. It was a very tasty affair, but Arsenal managed to ride it out until the end. Great performance. A lot of people were afraid that a player like Ben White would not be able to cope with the speed and intensity of Wilfried Zaha. But he was able to cope very well. He handled the situation very well. The peak of the performance, by any player on the pitch had to go to William Saliba, though. 21 years old, away from home at Crystal Palace, didn't even worry about the atmosphere, wasn't faced by anything, and he performed excellently. What were you doing at 21 years old?
Are you fucking want to say me?
Would you have done that? 21 years old in the Premier League, you still find people, 28, 29 years old who get bodied away from home in the Premier League. And for a 21-year-old player, that was really, really impressive. And Arsenal, started the season very well now compared to last season where they lost by 3-0 against Brentford. They started well this time and they look quite strong. Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, back in his side, joining and making them look stronger. And, it's really going to be interesting to see how they turn out this season, hoping that they don't, do their annual rollover to Liverpool and Manchester City, of course. Liverpool opened the league on the second day, on Saturday morning. Liverpool played a 2-2 draw with Fulham. Very interesting, testing football match. Like I said, not everybody can go away from home, as a centre-back in England, and survive. Van Dijk, has done a lot of good work in the Premier League over the years, but he's no Saliba, he's no Saliba. It's not easy. Saliba is now the standard, bro. Sorry. He did very well, but wasn't enough to handle Mitrovic. Mitrovic scored the first goal by jumping behind Trent Alexander-Arnold in the far post for the opener. We had an equalizer by Darwin Núñez. You had Mitrovic spinning Virgil van Dijk again and winning the penalty as a result. He, of course, scored the penalty and they were leading by 2-1 before Mo Salah, in his usual fashion, equalized. We were worried about the way Liverpool was playing. They didn't look as sharp as they were before. There's that post Sadio Mane energy, like they were not frightening. They didn't look frightening. You watched Sadio Mane for Liverpool over the years. Excellent performer, strikes fear in the hearts of many defenses. So, it was something that really showed. And you feel like maybe with subsequent games, they will be able to address, something like that. But the way that, Fulham played, the way Mitrovic especially bullied that back line, it's really going to be very tough for Liverpool this season against, much stronger, attackers. Well, I feel they'll do well. I feel they'll perform, but let's see. So Chelsea ran out 1-0 winners against Everton. Everton, for me, total shit team.
They
really are not going to have anything going for them this season.
Who are you?
That's my prediction. I don't see them doing very well this season. They lost Ben Godfrey in the game to a broken ankle. Dominic Calvert-Lewin got injured just before the season started. And I think he will also be out for another 3 months, similar to last season when he was away for more than half of the season. Chelsea, on the other hand, not impressive. I wasn't impressed with the performance. They needed the penalty from Jorginho to get a winner. And, they just weren't just up to scratch. They looked rusty. The attack was very blunt. They just didn't look, as sharp as you would expect. It also didn't help matters that, Raheem Sterling, was photographed in a very, compromising position. I don't know how else to put it. Someone should tell him, it's the Premier League. It's the Premier League, bro. It's not X videos. I don't know what that was all about. Yeremina also didn't make the picture look palatable. We made it worse. But why? Come on, man. Raheem Sterling, why would you do that? Why would you act your back like that on a pitch, bro, in front of 30,000 people, bro? Why? Well, I don't know. Someone should speak to him. It's bad enough that whenever he's running, he wiggles his bum from here and there and all that.
Chaos.
He shouldn't be acting his back like that in a Premier League football game. I mean, it's the Premier League, bro. What's wrong with you? It really has to change. It really has to dial it down. Timo Werner is rumored to be leaving. Can't handle the Premier League sauce, I'm afraid. It's just what it is. Many of these German players come to the Premier League and think they are the flavor of the month. He came to the Premier League and has been unable to, replicate his form. Those people come from the German league. They really need to respect the Premier League. Many of them are stars in the former leagues and they think they are coming to come and dunk on everybody. Just ask Jadon Sancho. He's in Manchester United. Over 30 Premier League games. He's not had up to 6 assists yet. He's not had up to 7 goals. Something's wrong somewhere. No disrespect to the German league though. I mean, you could be scoring goals against Augsburg and Hoffenheim and all that. But this is the Premier League. A team like even Everton, on their worst days can still surprise you. And then you have diabolic defending, diabolic refereeing. The officiating is always shitty. Shitty officiating, so you have to cope with that. It's the Premier League, bro. Don't disrespect the league again next time. Yeah.
This is football heritage.
Manchester United.
Manchester United.
Manchester United lost 2-1 at home to Brighton. And Eric Ten Hag, got, his welcome to the Premier League, and it wasn't a very good welcome. He lost at home to Brighton. Brighton have been to Old Trafford on 9 occasions. Brighton have been to Old Trafford. They've never managed to scrape a victory. They've never managed to scrape a victory up until over the weekend. Brighton won by 2-1, courtesy of goals by Pascal Gross, 2 great goals on the counter. They were able to handle Manchester United. They signed new players, but the effect wasn't much. Eriksen was at the heart of things, but really wasn't able to pull the strings the way we would like. They had Lisandro Lannister at the back line. Yeah, you heard me, Lisandro Lannister was at the back line, and he really couldn't handle things. I hear he's very good in aerial duels. He likes to still duel with the ball, irrespective of his height. He likes to compete with the best. Someone should tell him that, there's like a 6'5" defender standing next to him. A 6'5", higher Tamaku fridge standing next to him, who still struggles to win aerial duels. So I wonder how he intends to do it. I was just talking about how people from the German league, which is ostensibly, a stronger league than the Dutch league, how they come to the Premier League to come and struggle. And then, Lisandro Lannister thinks that, because he was doing stuff against teams like Ado Den Haag or Heerenveen or Utrecht in the Dutch league. Don't disrespect the Dutch league, but it is what it is. The Premier League is just clear. I'm free, it's just clear. And then he comes here and thinks he wants to be winning area duels. Well, we'll see about that against Brentford. You are going to win those area duels, and you must win them against Ivan Toney and Buemo. You must win those area duels. You come here and come and be acting like the flavor of the month. We'll see about that. We'll see about all those area duels you think you can win. You come with your funky ass height and you come and think you come and run things in the Premier League. You want to come and mix it with the big boys. It's like, we'll be here waiting for you. 2-1 losers at home to Brighton. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't start. Of course, he didn't join preseason early enough, so he wasn't fit. He spent half of preseason anyway showing us his abs on Twitter and Instagram, so he has himself to blame. He came on, almost gave an assist to Rashford. But Rashford, in his usual characteristic manner in the past 1 or 2 seasons, fluffed his lines. I really don't expect anything from Rashford again, to be honest. I'm not expecting anything from Rashford again, just like Martial. I don't even think that Rashford will score 10 to 15 league goals this season. That is how confident I am. He won't score 15 league goals this season. He's past it. And Manchester United will do well to not give him a new contract. Don't say I didn't want you guys.
He shock you.
Manchester City opened their game against West Ham, away to West Ham. 2 goals by Erling Haaland. Shit performance, by West Ham. If anything that Haaland said in the post-match press conference was anything to go by. Shit performance. Haaland was quick. He was fast. We had players, excellent players, behind him. Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan. He had Grealish on the flanks. He had Foden on the other side. I mean, they were just too much. At some point, they were even playing the game at walking pace. They didn't have to even get into a higher gear to win that game. Comfortable 2-0 victory. I mean, they passed West Ham out of the park. At some point, it was like 400 passes to like 35. It was insane. Each time I, put my head down and looked up, Manchester City had the ball. West Ham couldn't cope. They just couldn't cope with Manchester City, which is funny because Manchester City don't perform very well, usually in the first maybe 4 or 5 games of the season when they are still trying to get up to speed. So if they did this against West Ham, away from home, good luck to Bournemouth. I hear those guys won 1-0 at home to beat Aston Villa by a goal to 0. Credit to them. It's a good way to start the season, but they are not really going to enjoy themselves against Manchester City with Erling Haaland. I'm afraid it's going to be really difficult. Good luck to you guys.
What's going on in this life?
Bayern Munich 6-1 winners against Eintracht Frankfurt. I mean, it's the Bayern Munich League, isn't it?
I love it. That's why I'm on this app.
6-1 winners against the Europa League winner away from home to open the league. Sadio Mane got in on the act. They didn't even have to start Leroy Sané. He came from the bench and they won by 6-1. I think they were even 4-0 by halftime. They had, wrapped up the match by halftime. Good luck to anybody who thinks they are going to, try and compete Bayern Munich in German league this season. As far as I'm concerned, that's all but forgotten. That's all concluded. Bayern Munich will win the league. You can take that to the bank. Paris Saint-Germain ran out 5-0 winners away to Clermont Foot. A good way to start the season away from home. Traditionally, they were really very suspect away from home, especially towards the end of last season. But this season, they started well. Lionel Messi and Neymar getting in on the acts. I think Mbappe was in the scoreline as well. 5-0, comfortable. Good luck to whoever is coming to visit them this coming week at home at Parc des Princes. Whatever you see, you just have to take it like that. Many of these teams are not smiling anymore. So it will be interesting to see how they cope. My prediction as well is that PSG will win the league. I don't think Marseille will come second. I don't think they will come second this season like last season because obviously they lost William Saliba. He's gone back to Spain club Arsenal and he's shining for them. So I don't think there's anything that, Marseille will achieve this season. Second, maybe top 4, maybe 4th or 5th, but definitely not coming second. I'm supposed to talk about Tottenham, yeah. Yeah, right, Tottenham. It's not like they've ever won any titles, but we'll talk about them anyway. They beat Southampton by 4-1. Consider the first goal. They didn't even have to get Harry Kane or Son Heung-min on the score sheet. Excellent performance. I'll take them for top 4 again this season. My predictions for Premier League will be Manchester City to win the league, Liverpool second, Arsenal will come third, Tottenham will come 4th. I do not see Chelsea or Manchester United making top 4 this season.
Breakfast.
The recruitment, the scouting has been embarrassing, really bad. It has been really bad. It has been shambolic. That's the best way to put it. The recruitment for both clubs has been shambolic, Chelsea and Manchester United. And with just 3 or 4 weeks left for the window to close, it's really going to be difficult to see who they will bring in to change things. I mean, I heard that Manchester United are trying to bring in Marko Arnautovic, a 34-year-old Marko Arnautovic. It's giving me that Igalo Falcao vibes, but that's what they said they will do. So it's left to see how they are going to cope with that. Adrian Rabiot is also said to be rumored to be joining Manchester United. Let's see how that will pan out. Good luck to them both, though, against Saliba. It's Premier League, Saliba. It's just giving me vibes. Just giving me endorphins, bro.
How could I do such a mistake?
That's about it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. See you in the next game week. Please, before you leave, please like, comment, and of course subscribe to our channel. Please, subscribe to our channel to help it grow. We love you guys. See you in the next episode.